Right, welcome to another episode of Borough Briggs Beat, all about Elgin City Football Club. Tonight I've got Carly Sewell, who plays for Elgin City Ladies, and she's in the Lighthouse podcast studio tonight in Lossmouth. Welcome, Carly.
Hi, Chris. Thanks very much for having me.
No worries. And welcome to Ryan, our resident producer and owner of this fantastic podcast studio. Right, we're going to talk all about women's football tonight, Carly. We're going to talk about Elgin City Ladies. Is it Elgin City Ladies, Elgin City Women? It doesn't really matter. It's just Elgin City, isn't it?
Yeah, just Elgin City. Elgin City, one collective. That's
it. We're one big dysfunctional family. Sorry, did I say dysfunctional? Yeah, it's not dysfunctional. So you had your first game of the season on Sunday. You were away to Grampian at Spain Park, that's Banks of D, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
And it was a ridiculous scoreline, 8-5. That sounds like a crazy game. I mean, could you not have had a clean sheet or a calmer game for your first game of the season?
I wish. That's what I would have liked, but it didn't go that way. It was a bit of back and forth between both teams, but I think the next objective is to keep a clean sheet for the next game. Right. That would be,
But some win, I mean, to start the season.
Yeah, definitely.
8 goals away from home.
Yeah, you can't really complain about the score, but it's the conceding that we need to work on, I think. But, these things we'll work on at training and go forward from there. So.
Maybe touching in a minute, but I didn't see Sewell on the goal scorers list. No,
I'm not there that often, that's why.
No. Do you know, are you like, we'll come on to this because I can mention it touching the new, but we'll come back to it later. Somebody's likened you to like a female Rodri.
I don't know who said that.
I can maybe reveal that later on, you probably guess. But so what's your position in the team? Are you a sitting midfielder?
Centre mid, like sweeper sometimes. So sometimes sit a bit deeper, depending on availability of other players and that. Yeah.
And does Mo allow you to go into the opposition half?
Yeah. Like at set pieces, corners, and just depending on who we have in the team that day or whatever, that's when we'll put me a wee bit further forward than usual.
Okay. So Sunday, how did it go? And I mean, there's been a few changes and you've signed some players and we'll come on to some of them later. But what were the expectations before the game?
Well, we just wanted to go out there and win. That was it. We kind of had an idea of what Grampian would be like. They've got a few experienced players and strong players. But it was a good game. And the team worked hard because we were I think it was 4-3 to them at one point, right? So we had to come back from that. So it was a good game.
Right, it must have been to and fro. I mean, just constantly to and fro. I mean, that's
it was. But we got there in the end. It was a tough game because like some people haven't played like a full 90 minutes in a fair while, so it's good to get some minutes on the legs. And we should be. And
you played 90 yourself.
Yeah,
but you had been playing a wee bit of catch up in the pre-season preparations. Had you a wee injury or a niggle?
Yeah, I've had a few wee niggles. I've kind of been injury prone for like forever. So but I've been going to the physio and stuff like that, so it's been okay.
Okay, so I was just looking. I'm going to quickly go through the team from Sunday, and we'll talk about some of the goal scores and that. But just for anybody beaming in from outer space and has never been involved with Elgin City Ladies, go through the team and just tell us about Maisie. She was your starting goalkeeper on Sunday.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
How would you sum up Maisie in a sentence?
Loud. You can hear she's loud, and that's what you want from your keeper, though, isn't it? You want her to talk to you on the pitch, and she's always very encouraging, and positive.
Okay, good stuff. Ellie Main.
Rapid. She's really, really quick, and she works really hard, so
Okay. And see Lauren Brown, she got one of the goal scorers. Where does Lauren play?
Wait, I think it's Lindsay.
Oh, have I got it wrong? Sorry, Lindsay. I've written down Lauren for
Lindsay,
some reason. Apologies, Lindsay. Aye, Lindsay Brown.
Yeah, new signing, so she's unreal in the midfield. So she's an absolute bonus to have in the team.
Right. Mel McDonald, your captain.
Yeah.
How would you say about Mel?
Yeah.
Big Mel.
Big Mel.
One of the taller players on the team?
Probably. We don't have a lot of height between us, though, really. But Mel's like our captain, loud, tells you what you need to do, keeps you right, and solid. Cool.
Carly Sewell, how do you describe yourself?
Oh, unreal. No, I'm joking.
No, you can be. You don't have to be humble or modest about it. Sell yourself.
Good with her head.
Right.
That's about it.
Good with your head. There's got to be you up and down. You're a box-to-box player.
Yeah, I have a good vision, I would say, like for passes and through balls and things like that.
And do you like a tackle?
Oh, I love a tackle.
Do you?
Yeah,
Good.
I love
Good.
a tackle.
Stuck. Although, maybe we can touch on it later. See playing on Astro, because that was an Astro, isn't it?
Yeah.
What is it like on the skin? Because I see folk coming off Astros and their legs are ripped to bits.
Yeah.
Is it still like that?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
it?
If you're sliding or end up on the ground, your knees are gone pretty much. Yeah. It's quite tough on the legs, really. But yeah.
Okay, right. And of course, Mia from Norway, because there's been a lot of publicity around Mia signing from Norway. She got one of the goals.
Yeah.
And she's come over. How's Mia settled so far?
Yeah, she's settled really well. She gets on with everyone, and yeah, I think she's been a good addition to the team. So yeah, it's great to have her on board.
Good stuff. Sarah Westwood, who's actually one half of the two faces of this podcast, because she's in the logo. What would you say about Sarah?
Sarah is a goal scorer.
Right.
She got the most goals last season, so I think she'll be going for the same again this season. So
okay. And Lily, I interviewed Lily at training the other night. So she got 2 goals, one for the penalty spot. I mean, she's a striker, and she obviously got an eye for goals as well, Alicia. Yeah,
she does, and her like deliveries and set pieces and stuff like that. She's unreal at.
Okay. Orla Scott.
Orla. She goes at 100 miles an hour.
Aye. So like the Roadrunner.
Yeah, 100% like the Roadrunner. Yeah, she just doesn't stop.
Right, just
and
full
she's
of energy
up and down the wing.
Right.
So yeah, she's really good.
That's what you need, somebody to do the running for you.
Yeah, and I'll sit back and let her do all the running.
Darcy Martin, she got 2 goals as well on Sunday.
Yeah.
Where's Darcy's favourite position?
Striker.
Right,
really,
out and out striker.
Really quick. Like I'd bet her to go past anyone, to be honest. Like she's got the speed to do that. So yeah, great little player. Good. And got one with her head as well, surprisingly, for how tall she is.
No, good stuff. And the last of the starting 11 was Niamh Leslie. How did you sum up Niamh?
Niamh's plays at the back. Yeah, she's solid. She's like really, really good. Sometimes needs to be a wee bit louder, but you know, that comes with age, I think, and maturity.
It does, actually.
Really.
I was quiet as a mouse when I was like a young boy and a teenager, but see now when I'm playing with Murray Mental Health, I just never stop.
Can't stop you talking
shouting,
now.
No, I just talk all the time. Right, your subs, apologies again to Lindsay, this is why I put Lauren, because you've got a Lauren Doherty in the team, and she scored one of the goals.
Yeah, she did, yeah.
Right. What would you say about Lauren?
Lauren's got unreal, like, fast feet, like, just the skills and everything like that. She can turn you inside out, basically. But yeah, really good player, great finishing.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
And you've got another Lauren. Yeah. Lauren Nye.
Lauren Nye, yeah.
So this is where I had Lauren in my head. And began with an L, so I'm trying to justify my mistake. So Lauren Nye, what about Lauren?
Yeah, Lauren Nye's really good as well. Centre mid, usually. Quite a tricky player as well. Quite good at, just turning people inside out and fancy footwork.
Right, good stuff. Emma Craig?
Oh, Emma Dozer. That's what
is that her nickname? Yeah. Dozer?
Dozer.
As in bulldozer?
No, just like dozing about.
Or dozing, or like napping.
Yeah, she's always on the ground, that's why.
I thought you meant she was the one that would go charging in.
Well, that as well.
Stuck in. Right, okay. Dozer, right, okay. And Gracie May.
Yeah, Gracie plays in defence, so yeah, she's really good as well. She'll go through someone as well, so we've got a team full of dozers, basically.
Right, okay. Different kind of dozers, but good stuff. And Alexa, she came off the bench and got a goal on Sunday. Yeah. Alexa Mann. So where did she play, midfield or
like wing usually. She's always good at like making these runs up and down the wing, and just get her on goal 1-on-1 with the keeper and she'll finish it. So yeah.
Right, excellent. And last but by no means least, Chloe Hay. She's your other keeper.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So she's not been here that long, but yeah, she's at training and working hard. So it'll be good to see how she gets on, and a bit of competition between the two keepers for spot. So yeah. So
the main 2 signings of the summer were Mia and Lindsay Brown. We'll talk about Lindsay just so I can reinforce the fact she's called Lindsay and not Lauren. But is that the main 2 signings of the summer? Who else came in?
Yeah, we've had Chloe, and then we've had another Kat Katrina Buckle. So
Oh yeah,
yeah. So I think she's cup tied though at the minute, so she won't be playing at the next game. But yeah, it'll be good to get her on board as well and get her into games. So we'll see.
So is Mo still thinking that you need one or two more?
It's difficult because everyone's got jobs and it's quite difficult to get people available all the time. So I'm not really sure what he's thinking, to be honest. But I don't think I would say no to a couple of extra players.
Yeah,
maybe a few more defenders.
Right, good stuff. And you're away to Huntly this Sunday, so you start season with 2 away games.
Yeah.
What can you expect at Huntly? I mean, is that a team you've played before, or?
Yeah, Huntly are a tough team. It's always a bit of a physical game. They're probably one of the more physical teams that we play against.
Right, okay.
But it'll be nice to be playing at Christie Park and on the grass. So it's always an interesting game when we go there.
Aye. And that's the same pitch where your brother plays on, Ryan. Your younger brother, he's at Huntly. He's been there. Is this his third season at Huntly now?
That's a good question.
Because he moved for Lossy, didn't he?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think it might be his third.
Right.
I'm not sure.
So we'll come on to your brother shortly, but will he be there watching you on Sunday?
I doubt it.
Ryan, we were having this conversation off here about Carly comes religiously and she's a devout follower of your football, and she says you've only been to a handful of her games, or is it even a handful?
Maybe 3 max.
Right, okay. Ryan, go off your backside on Sunday and get to Huntly. It's your club, go and support your sister, right?
Yes, you better be supporting Elgin City and not Huntly, that's for sure.
Well, that's right, I suppose split loyalties. When we're talking about Ryan, because you were both at Bishop Mill Primary School.
Yeah, that's right.
I remember you as wee kids. I didn't coach either of you, did I? In the school team or anything like that?
I don't think so, no.
No, I think I was previously. Thank goodness you escaped. So when did you and Ryan start playing football? What age were you when you first started playing football?
It's probably when I started walking. My dad had a football at my feet, to be honest.
So your dad, George, he's a big football fan, yeah?
Oh, a massive football fan, yeah. Comes to both of our games, so yeah, when he can, if he's not working. So yeah, I get it from him. Okay.
And who does he support?
He's a Rangers man.
Is it? Okay, that doesn't make him a bad person. Have you followed in his footsteps? Have you?
I have, yeah.
I mean, Elgin first, but Rangers second.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course. That's what you were going to say, wasn't it? And did you and Ryan play together in the garden with your dad? I mean, you're what, 3 years older than Ryan?
3 years older, yeah. So yeah, we've just always been kicking a ball. That's like all I remember is like football.
Right. Okay. So you grew up with football in the house, and
like, when you're kids, you're out playing football at the park and all that. So yeah.
Do kids still do that these days? Go and play football in the park, just like random games of football?
I have no idea.
No. So that's what you did when you were younger.
That's what I did. Yeah, we were always out till late at night in the summer holidays and that, just playing football all the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool. And when did you first get into organised football?
So I joined Murray Girls first. I can't remember what age that was. It was a long time ago anyway. Then played till I was, I think, 17 or 18.
With Murray Girls?
Yeah, with Murray Girls. And there wasn't a ladies team at that point, I don't think.
Right.
And then I went off to uni,
played
football at uni, and then had a few operations on my foot, so kind of dropped football until now, basically.
Right.
So
okay.
finished uni and then hadn't played football in like 4 or 5 years or something like that.
So when you played football at uni, was that in Aberdeen?
Yeah, in Aberdeen.
Was that a university team, or was there a ladies team in Aberdeen that you played for?
It was the university team.
Right.
So yeah, it was good. But yeah, after my injury, I just kind of left football and had a wee break, and then saw that there was trials going on for Elgin City Ladies, and I thought,
okay. So when was that? Just over a year ago?
Yeah, that was over a year ago. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So.
And did you instantly get I mean, you take it you'd still been watching football and following football in that time.
Yeah.
You're kind of passionate about the game, but did you immediately get your buzz back for playing? Had you done any, even just kickabout football in that time? No?
I'd done absolutely nothing, no. And then just, when I got back into it, I don't like to miss training. I don't like to miss games because I enjoy it. That's pretty much why. It's like I enjoy playing football and I don't want to miss it. So, yeah, I really did miss it whilst I was injured. So it's really good to be back.
And did you do other sports in that time when you had your wee sabbatical from football?
Not really, no. Just walk the dog.
Right,
That was
that's
about it.
worthwhile.
Yeah. Don't know if that counts as a sport though.
No, it's maybe not a great
Leisurely.
spectator sport, but it's exercise nonetheless.
Yeah.
Right. So now that you've been back in, so last year was the first full season for Elgin City Ladies.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, starting from scratch, how's it been, and where do you feel the club's at now in terms of the structure?
Yeah, the structure is really good, and we've got a good team of people behind us. So yeah, I think we can go far, but we just need to like work on, sometimes the basics, just playing football. But yeah, I see the team going very far, so we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. And at the moment, Elgin City are playing in effectively the 5th tier of Scottish ladies football.
Yeah.
So you've got your SWPL Premier and 1, and then you've got kind of tiers below that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're obviously off to a great start, but what's that? Is it just to grow this season and they set yourself too many ambitious targets, or are you is there hopes of promotion even at this stage, or is it too early to be talking in those kind of terms?
It's quite hard to say. But yeah, ultimate goal is to progress and be promoted to the next league. Mm-hmm. But it's really quite difficult to, because we've had teams leave, like locals left, and were promoted to the league above.
Right.
So they had a run last season. I don't think they lost a game.
Right.
So I don't know. We'll just see what happens. But I don't want to like set too high expectations,
mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm.
But you've got to be positive and you've got to look to the future, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great stuff. I mean, I was going to say, women's football, obviously you started playing, you're what, 29, coming 30. Are you the senior player in the team?
I'm one of the more senior players.
Right,
There's a couple older than me. So
I didn't say age, I just said senior. I said experience.
Well, age and senior, same thing.
So, when you first started playing, there wouldn't have been as many opportunities for, girls to play in a kind of structured setup or teams of that. But how have you viewed the expansion of women's football over the last few years?
Oh, it's great. It's great to see it. And I wish, when I was younger, it was like this. Mm-hmm. But because, when I was growing up, it was playing with all the boys, and there was no girls' teams really ever until I got a little bit older. But yeah, it's just great to see the women's game getting mm-hmm. so big and, filling stadiums that they maybe didn't fill a few years ago.
Aye, because now you've got teams like Arsenal and that mm-hmm. playing in the Emirates and 50,000 crowds, mm-hmm. things like that, Old Trafford and places like that. So,
yeah,
it's really exploded, isn't it?
Definitely. I think it's partly to do with the Lionesses.
Aye,
I
was going to come on to them. Aye, have you watched a lot of their games?
I have watched quite a lot of their games. Yeah, and they're a good, entertaining team to watch. So with some good players. So yeah, mm-hmm. it's great for the women's game anyway. So yeah.
And the Scotland ladies, they're progressing, but it's taken a wee bit longer for them to kind of get up to that level. But
yeah.
Do you watch, or have you seen many of their games?
I've watched a few. It's just difficult to get the time to mm-hmm. watch all the football because there's always football on. But yeah, I think with there being more money down in England, I think that's maybe why it's catapulted the women's game there more than up here.
Yeah. Because a lot of them now down south, they're full-time professionals, aren't
they? Mm-hmm,
a lot of the top clubs,
yeah,
and they're featuring regularly. All their games are on Sky, and it's quite expansive coverage, isn't it? The game down there,
definitely. And you never used to be like that, so it's just great to see. Yeah,
mm-hmm. Yeah, great stuff. Just on that, is there I'll ask female and male player, who would you admire most, and both?
Female and male player. Oh, that's a good question.
It's going to be a Rangers one, is it? For the
I don't know. No.
Or is there anybody that you name model yourself on, but that you admire in your position, or it plays in your kind of area of the field?
That's a good question. Don't know about my area of the field, but
you mentioned the Lionesses. What about the likes of Lucy Bronze or Leah Williamson, or players like that? Lucy Bronze, she's played for Barcelona and PSG, and
mm-hmm. I really like Ella Toon.
Right.
She's probably one of my favourite players, although I don't play in a similar position to her.
Mm-hmm.
And male, probably, if we're talking like old school, because like if someone told me asked me who my favourite male player was, I would say Ronaldinho.
Okay.
So that's a fair,
it's going back.
it's going quite back quite a bit, yeah. But yeah, that would be my number one answer for that.
Why? I mean, obviously, excuse me, Brazilian and lots of skills. Just, I mean, he was a bit of a magician with the ball at his feet, wasn't he?
Yeah, exactly. And it's like a completely different like level to, you know, just the way the Brazilians play football. It's just, yeah, I've always just enjoyed watching them play.
Yeah, excellent, good stuff. We touched earlier on some of the new signings. I mean, Mia has come over from Norway. Young girl moving home and that. How in terms of the dynamic of the team, how has that been quite exciting though to get someone coming in from a foreign country to play their football with you this season? Yeah,
it's crazy really. Yeah, it's really good to have her on board though, and she's a really good player, so I can't complain too much about that. Yeah, great to have her. So
looks quite tall and athletic and kind of rangy, and I was watching her in training the other night and she was banging the goals in, you know, in training.
She's got the height that I don't have, so.
So you're quite confident, I mean, herself and Lindsay and the other new girls can make an impression. I mean, but Lindsay, where was she playing previously?
She was playing, I think it was West Dyke.
Ah, okay, right, okay.
I think it was championship level she was playing at before. I might have said that wrong. I don't know what team it was at, to be honest. But yeah, she's unreal in the midfield, works so hard, and yeah, really good. And
have you got, I mean, I've been at one of your training sessions so far. You seem to have quite a good team spirit going already this season.
Yeah.
And is that quite important? I mean, you've all bonded and gelled quite quickly.
Yeah, we've been trying to like do things as a team like outside of football, like, you know, we've been bowling, things like that. But it's just good to get everyone like gelled and like, not even just in football, but, you know, if we bond outside of football, then it should help us in a game, I would think, because, so it's been good. I think we're going to go and watch the Rangers Celtic game, potentially. I think it's Sunday it's on.
Is it Old Firm this weekend?
Is it Sunday? No, it's not
that.
this Sunday, it's next Sunday.
Next weekend?
Next weekend,
okay.
yeah.
Well, is that at Ibrox or
good
the
question.
other one?
Can't remember. Yeah, the other one.
The other one. Sorry, I sound like a Celtic hater there. Obviously Parkhead. Oh, it's not Parkhead, it's Celtic Park. See, that's old school. Old folk and me would call it Parkhead, but it's Celtic Park. Whatever it is. So have you been to an Old Firm game before?
Yeah, I've been with my dad. Going back a few years now. I can't remember when, but yeah, just always used to go and watch football with my dad. So Elgin City games, Rangers games. Yeah. So
cool. So is there a group of you who's going to watch that game and
I think so, potentially, but we'll see, because I think we're supposed to have training, but I think we'll try and sort something out to watch the football.
Yeah,
so
come on, Mo. Get him
day off, Mo.
Good stuff. Right. And I meant we touched on earlier, and I was laughing about it, and someone described you as Elgin City Ladies Rodri. I mean, that's quite a compliment, though, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
He's a class midfielder.
I'll take it.
Kind of holds that midfield together for Man City.
Yeah.
Is there any other? I mean, all joking aside, is there any players you've seen and you've tried to not model your game, but take wee snippets of what they do, or you admire and you think, right, okay, I'd like to do that or play that way, or?
Not off the top of my head.
So you're just the original Carly Sewell.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like to copy.
Brilliant, good stuff. I mean, I know we're concentrating mostly on the ladies here, but you did say earlier it's a family, and there's youth, and there's, you know, wee toots playing at Elgin City as well in the men's first team. Have you had a chance to see them in action yet this season?
The men's team?
Aye.
Yeah, I have. I've been to 2 of their games, I think.
Right, okay.
Yeah, just whenever I can. It's just, difficult with work and other commitments to get the time to go and watch football and have football on myself, you know.
Aye.
Ends up taking up your whole week.
Yeah. Because you told me before we came on air that you work in finance.
Yeah, that's right.
What do you work in Elgin or locally?
I work in Inverness, but I work from home 4 days a week. So yeah, so it's quite handy because I've got a dog, so it just means that I'm at home for the dog during the week, and then don't have to travel to Inverness. And so, yes.
Good stuff. And but you also told me off air that you're in finance, but you trained in something else. Can tell people what you trained in at uni?
Yes, I went to uni for zoology.
Oh, brilliant. So how many years was that?
4 years, yeah.
4 years. And is it, I mean, excuse my ignorance, I mean, zoology, is it just learning about zoos and animals and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's just literally the study of animals and animal behaviour and things like that. Yeah.
And what made you want to do something like that?
I don't know. I kind of wasn't sure what to do when I left school, so I kind of picked something that I enjoyed learning about in school. But yeah, it's not been applied to my job that I have now at all. But it was a good experience and I wouldn't change it. And I enjoyed uni, but yeah, just very random. And also, if I wanted to do anything with it, jobs for zoology aren't exactly.
No, I mean, I'm not aware of the recruitment for zoologists, but I mean, at least you've got that in your locker.
Yeah.
You know, you've got it. If
I know, at least I can say I went to uni.
Yeah, great. And when you were in Aberdeen?
Yeah, I was in Aberdeen, yeah.
Right. Did you ever go and watch the Dons or that when you were in Aberdeen?
Oh, not really, no. I was a poor student.
I suppose being a Rangers fan as well. Rangers and Aberdeen didn't have the greatest of relationships, do they?
No.
So have you ever gone to Pittodrie to see Rangers?
Oh, I don't know.
No? Or you avoided that one?
Probably.
Right, okay. Great stuff. So we mentioned the season. Obviously, you're just one game into it. When's your first home game? So you're away to Huntly this weekend, and then you'll be hopefully there'll be a home game pretty soon after that.
Yeah, I think so. I'm living week to week at the minute, so
you're taking it one game at a time. To use a cliche.
Yeah.
Great stuff. I mean, you've been to see. I mean, it's too early maybe to get thinking about promotion for the ladies, and just I suppose you're still a new team, just in your second season. But I mean, in terms of a lot of the work that Chris Foot and folk like that have done off the field, there's a lot of sponsorships come into the ladies, and it's really professionally run, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot of hard work that goes into it, and I mean, we probably don't see as much as what goes on behind the scenes. But yeah, I just know that Chris, Mo, G, all of them are putting a lot of hard work in behind the scenes. So yeah, just very grateful to have a good team behind us and supportive, people around us.
Yeah. And does it, I mean, do you feel, maybe pinching yourself at times? Because I mean, have you played on Borough Briggs yet, or is that something that's hopefully going to happen this season, or did it happen last season?
Yeah, we played on Borough Briggs a few times, I think, actually. But we'll be at Borough Briggs for our first, I think it's Scottish Cup.
That's right.
Game against St
Scottish Cup
Anthony's.
games definitely Borough Briggs.
Yeah, so that'll be good. It's always good when we get Borough Briggs. It's a lot better than the Astro. So yeah, nice.
Yeah, it's a cracking wee stadium, Borough Briggs, isn't it? It's a nice, good old fashioned football ground, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And the ground's always well kept, and it's just great to play on the pitch. So yeah.
And does that make it feel even more special, the fact, you're wearing the Elgin City badge, you're under the Elgin City umbrella now, you're fully kind of integrated into the club, and, you're using the changing facilities at Borough Briggs, and you will be using the pitch as well at times. Does it feel, like you're almost living a kind of professional footballer's life in some respect, albeit, part-time?
Yeah.
And you don't get paid, obviously.
No, yeah.
No, let's clarify that. They're not getting paid.
I wish.
But does it feel, a sense of pride in that?
Oh, definitely, yeah. It's like great to wear the badge, and, when you're stepping out onto Borough Briggs and your kit, you want to do the club proud. So, yeah, it's really good.
Good stuff. And you were saying earlier, your mum, Donna, and your dad, George, they're regulars at your games? Yeah,
regular at both mine and my brother's games. They're pretty much footballed out at the weekend. So my brother's game's on a Saturday and then mine's on a Sunday.
So that works in perfectly, doesn't it?
Yeah. They're not colliding then, so...
Your mum must just spend the whole weekends watching football.
Pretty much.
Has she grown up a football fan as well, or has she just been forced to because you lot were just always into your football?
Well, she's a Celtic fan, so that's...
Is she?
Yeah,
oh, right.
So, but I think my dad's more into the football, but my mum, even when my dad's away working, my mum will still go to the games, so she must enjoy it to a certain degree if she's always there.
Cool. So Celtic Rangers, but your mum and dad have been happily married for years.
I don't know why.
Great stuff, magic. What was I going to say? I was going to. One of the guests we had on, in fact, I think it was in the second or the third podcast, was Dejon Golding, who's like Alan's Army. The fans are sponsoring him this season, and my colleague Craig at the Northern Scot, he did a story recently about one of Dejon's friends from London is Eberechi Eze, the guy that plays for Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Well, one we talk about is, did you see his free kick the other day?
I didn't know.
You didn't? Oh, right. Oh, well, I was going to talk about that, but
oh, sorry.
it was an absolute belter of a free kick, but it got ruled out for one of these. It was an innocuous foul in the box. You got to go and watch it, right?
Right, okay.
Eze, it was a cracking free kick. But that's not the reason I'm talking about Eze, because there's talk in the press and the media that he's on the verge of a 65 million move to one of the the big guns down in England. But in Scotland, Bojan Majowski, he just moved from Aberdeen to Girona for 6.5 million, which was a record fee for Aberdeen. But does that just, you're talking about, the women's game down in England, it's, they're now becoming superstars on Sky. Does that show the money in the game? When you think of a player at Crystal Palace, it's going to move for 65 million, and probably a player of similar quality in Scotland is moved for 6.5 million, and that's a massively record fee for Aberdeen.
Yeah, it's just crazy, the disparity between Scotland and England, really, and women and men. But yeah, that's absolutely mental.
Yeah, it's a wee bit, isn't it? A footballer can't really. I suppose it's a bit like buying and selling houses, the inflation. But do you think someone's worth that kind of money? Nobody's really worth that kind of money, is it?
Oh, surely not. Were they made of gold?
Like Jack Grealish went for 100 million, and Mbappe, there's a lot of money floating about in football.
Yeah, unreal amount of money in football, but yeah, that's.
But at your level, you're doing it just for the pure pleasure and enjoyment. What is it about playing football that you've always enjoyed?
I don't know. I've just always the team sport kind of, but yeah, just football's just been the sport that I've been into. That's not really tried any other sports, to be honest. But yeah, just absolutely love football, and that's all I want to do with my free time.
And did a lot of your friends growing up, did they play football, or were they doing other stuff? Or were you like were you in the minority of girls playing football then? Yeah,
I was definitely in the minority. Most of my friends were like dancing or ballet or gymnastics. So I was pretty much hanging out with all the boys in primary school, and yeah, so football's definitely more on the up now. Cause
I suppose at primary school you'd been playing in mixed teams, so that would have it'd been quite robust and physical and that, but you enjoyed it.
Yeah, definitely. And I think when you're playing with people that are better than you, that's how you get better yourself as well. So yeah, just always playing with the boys, and that was it really. Yeah.
Did you and Ryan ever play in school teams, mixed school teams, when you were at Bishop Mill and that? Or
I can't remember. That's too many years ago.
No.
I have no idea.
Right.
Can't remember what I had for tea yesterday.
Carly, you're not that old. You're only 30 next year.
Wow.
So what are your hopes going forward for Elgin City Ladies? It's your second season, but do you feel you can just keep growing and developing?
Yeah, 100%. I think if because we've got the talent in the team. So I think if we learn how to work together as a team a bit better, and sometimes just do the basics, passing the ball. But yeah, I don't see why we couldn't progress. So yeah, I'm very hopeful and positive about the future. So we'll see what happens. But
and are most of the girls based in and around Elgin? Yeah,
pretty much most of them are. I think we've got one in Bucky, I think that might, and one in Nairn.
Right. Okay.
So that's probably our two furthest ones. So yeah.
Did you think, a few years ago when you were still playing football, Murray Girls, that there would ever be a ladies team affiliated to Elgin City, or did you hope there would be? Yeah.
I definitely hoped there would be, but it's just good to see that the Elgin City has a women's team now, and yeah, it's growing. So yeah, it's just great.
Yeah. I suppose now there's a pathway for the girls because there is still Murray girls and they can come through the ranks there.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a senior team on the doorstep that they can play for now as well.
Yeah, it's nice because like I never had that. You know, once I finished at Murray Girls, that was it. There was nowhere for you to go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but yeah, it's good that there's a pathway for younger girls so that they can work their way up to ladies football. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great stuff, Magic. Right, I think we've covered all the topics here. I mean, I can let the cat out of the bag. It was Chris Foot that described you as Rodri.
I'll take it, Chris, thanks.
Of course, he's a big Man City fan. I just realised. Chris is Man City, so that's why the Rodri. And they like Thiago or an Arsenal player who plays Partey, Arsenal, but so that's why the comparison to a Man City player, because Chris is the blue half of Manchester.
Yeah,
but he's near glory hunter because he did grow up when Manchester were rank. Manchester City were honking, so he's not one of the glory hunters that's just jumped on board when all the shake money's come in. But excellent. Well, thank you, Carly. This has been brilliant. So. I mean, Chris said as well, you actually get quite good crowds at some of your games. You're getting a growing number of folk coming to watch your games.
Yeah, definitely. It's when there's people there, it's good, and it kind of spurs you on a little bit. And it's like, you know, there's people coming to watch. Like, yeah, it's really good. There's definitely been more numbers in recent games, like even friendlies and that. We've had quite a good turnout for them so far. So, yeah, hopefully that'll continue for this season.
Hopefully it'll continue, and hopefully Ryan will be one of them.
Yeah. You better
Ryan, well, you will listen to this, Ryan, because your sister's on it. Ryan, I'm gonna get your arse to an Elgin City Ladies game, okay? She's been supporting you, so do the family thing and go and support your sister. Brilliant. Right, Carly, this has been fantastic. I really enjoyed this, so thanks for coming on. As I mentioned earlier, with the club, you can keep up to date with some of the video interviews, and I did interview Carly earlier in the season at one of the trainings, but I'll interview again, and I'll be putting that on YouTube as well, so you can keep up to date with all your Elgin City news on the club website, Facebook, Instagram. Mikey Allen's doing a fantastic job with all his match updates as well, and Chris from the ladies games. We'll be putting the videos on YouTube, and if I can work out the technology, we'll link this podcast to the new YouTube channel. Ryan's putting his thumbs up, so that maybe means Ryan's going to be able to show me how to do it. So, but in the meantime, just say thank you, Carly. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me.
No worries. You're welcome. And good luck for the season.
Cheers.
And we'll catch up with you again soon.
Perfect. Thank you.